1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Tighten up, tighten up.
From the gun, here's Fields. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. After the interception, here's Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL. But I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time on a catch and run. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who could run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
From the 36, Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get...
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 17. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Off play action. Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Flushed out right. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 46. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL defense ended up winning the battle.
Two seconds to go, first quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught. Wallace hauls it in. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot. Tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. This is caught, and in for the Ravens touchdown. James Prochet, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. With the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Play action. It's Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A huge play there for Chicago. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play. And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play. A gain of 6 there on first. Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
56, the Mike boys, 56, check 56.
And here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just one start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year 2 leap. Now the lead runner for the Baltimore Ravens.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he will have a Ravens first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And the half will begin with a time. Touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
61 yards on the ground for him so far.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Play action. Now Jackson. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay there to make the grab. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Fields throw there, complete to Hamler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On first down, Fields. Flushed out right. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet with touchdown number 7 on the year. Then the Bears cut into that lead. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Jackson now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And his throw is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 87 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Jackson from the shotgun. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
He'll get that to the rookie from Minnesota, Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. That would complete to Crochet. The reception good for 7. It's third down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ravens on third down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll buy some time right. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Fields on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Sam Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He'll field this at the 5. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. KJ Hamler, 82 yards. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Santos with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. On play action. Fields. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Ravens, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.